first main topic today. And our first main topic today is this. So, Trevor, again, we tried to do a show a little bit ago earlier today, and it didn't work out the way we wanted to, but we're here doing it now, and one of the things that we wanted to talk about was the weekend box office, which we always talk about or like to talk about here on the channel on Mondays, right? Because it's just at the weekend box office. So let's take a look here. I always like to use this article from Cinema Blend, I always say, because they like to put up this nice, pretty list, as you see here. Again, it looks like Wakanda Forever, as expected, came in number one. It really had no competition. 11 million it brought in. It puts its domestic total to almost $410 million. I think worldwide it's pushing towards $1 billion. Violent Night pulled in almost $9 million to bring its total to $27 million. This is great for this movie. I went out and seen Violent Night myself, and I have an out of theater review up on the channel. If you haven't seen it, go check it out if you're interested in my thoughts on Violent Night. But yes, I had fun with Violent Night, and you know what? I'm just going to say it. As time goes on, I'm really starting to love David Harbour. Like, he feels like my stepdad or something. Like, I don't know what it is, but he just feels so securing, and he's so lovable, and he's just such a good dude. God, I love him. So big win for David Harbour. I'm happy for him, especially with all that Hellboy stuff he had to deal with a few years ago before the pandemic. Yeah, this is a big win for him. Then, obviously, Strange World, right, from Disney. We talked about this on the channel. It was a Disney movie, animated children's movie that they kind of, held back the marketing on because it features, a prominent LGBT character, and that has come to bite them in the ass, obviously. In its third weekend, it brought in $3.6 million, putting it at a total of $30 million. And like I said, this is a movie that they spent millions and millions of dollars on, so it's a big loss for Disney, for the studio. Well deserved. Good for you, Disney. Number 4 of the Menu, it brought in 2.7, pushing its total to $29 million domestically. This is a movie I still want to get out and see. My wife keeps in my ear about it constantly. What about the Menu? What about the Menu? It's on the menu, so we're gonna go see that, honey. Don't you worry. Hopefully I get to see it in theaters before it gets out. We do have Avatar 2 coming this week. Super excited about that. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. But let's see here. Then we get into, a lot of, nothingness. Steven Spielberg's The Fabelmans is still, making nothing as well. But I do want to talk a little bit more about number 6 on the list, which is Black Adam. Still able to bring in $1.3 million over the weekend, pushing its domestic total to 1.66. The Rock might not be wrong. This thing may crawl to actually making a little over break even. It's not making money, but it's not losing money. And I think that counts for something. But still, it's just not what we expected for The Rock and Black Adam, right?
Right. It's a pretty good movie, too.
Yeah, for sure. And the other thing I do want to talk about is Ticket to Paradise. I see it's up on Peacock now. If you guys haven't had a chance to go check it out, you can. I haven't seen it myself, but I've actually keep seeing, I watch The Office, daily, and every time I go to load it up, I see the trailer for Ticket to Paradise and that it's on Peacock now. And it's got the, George Clooney, Julia Roberts back and forth thing, or I believe that's who it was. And it looks great. It looks like something I wish I would have went and seen with my mom, and she would have just freaking loved it. But this movie's brought in $67.5 million in the domestic box office. That's awesome. For a movie that we really knew nothing about, I had no expectations for. That's a lot of money. If you look on this list, it's high up there on besides Black Adam and Black Panther, which are two, huge IP movies. This thing has made more money than, The Menu, Strange World, which is a huge Disney movie, Violent Night, Devotion, The Fabelmans, which is Steven Spielberg's new movie. So yeah, really interesting. And I need to get around to checking Ticket to Paradise out. I really do. But Trevor, you're hearing this. You're seeing the these numbers from this weekend's box office. Tell me your thoughts about Wakanda Forever continuing to be the number one box office. Tell me your thoughts on Black Adam and where it's landed in the box office. Give me your thoughts on all this.
Well, it doesn't surprise me at all that Panther, has remained where it is. I mean, it's one of those tentpole type movies, and I think a lot of us have a very emotional connection to the original one, and then the man behind it. So I think there's that natural interest in it. And I've actually been hearing pretty universally good stuff about it, which has been hadn't really been the case for the last several Marvel movies. So it's good to see that for that, and it's also nice to see Violent Night up there. I mean, I love Christmas. I'm a big Christmas nerd, and I feel like Violent Night is the perfect Christmas movie for this kind of modern generation, overstimulated type thing, and I love it. I'm it's like a crazy self-aware Die Hard, Die Hard being at Christmas. And anywho, I still haven't seen it yet. I need to go see it. But I love David Harbour too. I love that man. He's he's a great actor and an even better presence. He's just you just want to have him around and stuff. And then shame. I mean, I don't know. I didn't even hear about Strange World, which is very strange, but.
It's a strange world out there, man.
But yeah, it's odd. I mean, it's very odd to me that Black Adam did not make it more money than it did. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's no real. I mean, to me, I can't even understand why that didn't make more money, because it's The Rock. Everyone loves The Rock. It's Black Adam, which is a pretty great superhero, and then it is actually a good movie. Is it the greatest movie ever? No, but it's definitely
a fun movie,
to
say the least.
Yeah.
Definitely a fun movie.
And I had a good time with it. A lot more than I've had with other DC properties. So
yeah, no doubt.
Right. So I don't know. It's kind of odd to me that it doesn't, and it's kind of a shame, because I feel like, again, the DC group is just so trigger shy about everything, and I'm just I feel like a lot of times I hope it doesn't mean that they abandon whatever plans that they were starting to build off of the, Black Adam thing. I just pick something, sit through the freaking criticism early of it, and then, keep going. Eventually you'll figure your shit out.
Right. For sure. But guys, you guys are hearing this. Are seeing these numbers from the weekend box office. Another slow weekend as expected. Again, we're really waiting for Avatar 2 Way of Water to come through and make a big splash, pardon the pun, but really that's what we're waiting for. And again, as we talk about a lot on the channel, the box office really needs it. The theaters really need it right now. So yeah, we're really hoping that next weekend's numbers will look drastically different. So again, I do have my ticket for Avatar 2. I will be seeing it this Thursday at 3 p.m. in 3D. So, I will be out there. I will be one of the ones adding to those box office numbers. So, but yeah, what do you guys think? What are you guys' thoughts on all this? On the weekend box office, have you guys had any chance to check out something this last weekend? What did you guys check out? If you did, definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below.